Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land.
Hey.
A little while back, we had dropped a video that we weren't really that impressed with. It was
Yeah.
too dark, and I also used language that I probably shouldn't be using on this particular YouTube channel. So instead, we're going back with a formula that we're going to call just simply I hate this movie.
Yeah.
And it's called the first one on tap today. This is the first of two that we're dropping today. This one is The Ice Cream Man. Come out in 1995, and it stars Clint Howard, who is the brother of Ron Howard, and Olivia Hussey, who was in the It miniseries, and she was also in the Psycho 4. Now the movie is horrendous. I'll just flat out. It's horrendous. It's bad.
Yep.
It fails on every possible level. Period.
Yeah. Like the kid, like one of the kid actors. It's very obvious that he's wearing a pillow underneath his shirt, and it's like you couldn't get an actual big kid.
Yeah. Also, the movie was made on a budget of like $1.50. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
And
just found some random locations and said, "Yeah, this will be perfect. We'll just make the movie from $1.50 here. Get that pillow. It's $1.50. There's our entire budget."
so it begins with a kid witnessing an ice cream man, I guess, killing people, really.
Yeah, and then he gets shot by a bunch of gangsters from the mafia.
And then the kid's like, what will become of the ice cream man? Well, as it turns out, this kid, after spending, I don't know, like 30 years or something like that in a mental institution, becomes the next ice cream man, played by Clint Howard, who I will credit because I try to find something in every movies that we do. He is at least trying here. He's trying to put in some kind of performance, and he does have at least one funny line because the movie, I guess, is supposed to be a horror comedy.
Yeah, with the like the talking heads.
Yeah, that bit was kind of funny, and he does have one line where he says, "You little turds can't run from the ice cream man."
Yeah.
And he actually, like, I guess kidnaps one of the other kids that was witnessing all this.
Which I call Macaulay Culkin because he looks like Macaulay Culkin.
And he kind of brainwashes the kid, and he's doing all kinds of other strange things, like putting bugs in the ice cream
And an eyeball.
and human parts, but other than that, this movie is quite possibly one of the stupidest things you're ever going to watch. I would recommend
Except
that you
for our
don't
next
do
video.
it. This one's pretty bad. It's a pretty hard watch. Oh, and I should mention that it was directed by a director who directs films of, shall we say, ill repute.
He's an adult filmmaker for the people who get that.
Yeah, and it was a tough watch. Olivia Hussey also kind of sort of puts in at least a little bit of effort too, but everybody else fails, and everything else fails.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst movies you're ever going to see. There is nothing of value other than Clint at least trying because, well, he's a pretty talented actor in his own right, and that should come as no surprise being Ronnie Howard's brother and having appeared in Apollo 13 and other classics like that. And he was also a very young Clint Howard was in Star Trek, and I'm kind of getting completely off topic here because I'd rather not talk about this movie. But
Don't worry, neither do I, Dad.
we did sit down and watch this thing, and it's one of the worst things. I can't say how much that it is one of the worst things that we've
Yep.
ever had to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably be one of the worst things that we ever will watch.
Actually, you might want to take that back, Dad, because our next video is
Yeah.
a movie that was one of the worst things that we watched.
Well, I kind of feel like this series is going to be what can be worse, and it's probably just going to spiral from there, and it is a credit to our sanity that we were able to get through it. I would suggest that never, ever, 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 ever watch this thing. If you value anything in life that is decent, do not watch this.
Oh yeah, and don't forget that stupid ending. Like they were saying, "Hey, this might get a sequel," but
Which, of course,
it
never
did not,
happened.
so thank God.
Now, I will
actually.
say that Clint Howard had attempted to do like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter to do a sequel all these years later. Thankfully, he failed. So we did not get a sequel, and there's absolutely no need to watch this.
Yep.
So, final rating on this? Quarter star. What say you?
Quarter star.
Rare agreement once again. Quarter star out of 5 for this. So, we'll see you next time on the next video. Peace and love from Denny and Son. Bye.
Bye.